Scott Miller. I'm Systems Lead here at the Oil and Gas Technology Centre. I've been here just over a year. I look after a lot of the technology that's down in the Innovation Hub here. So we've obviously just been going over here with the Station House Media Unit, showing them our VR kit and the HTC Vive. We have an offshore simulator, so we've just been going through that this morning. It helps people that have never really been offshore, so they get an experience in the VR unit of what it is like to be offshore without actually having to go offshore. It also helps us collaborate and just show what's possible with some of the other technologies that are out there, like digital technologies like your 3D virtual reality. It does give you an idea of when you go into that simulator. One of the comments that you guys had was just how big it looked, and it's actually the scale of things. That's probably, I would say, the best part of the simulation that I've experienced with it. And as I say, I think what we're trying to do with the VR, the type of impression we're trying to give is, other companies trying to come up with ideas about how they could maybe use virtual reality in oil and gas to solve some of the problems that we've got. So that's the impression that we're trying to give. The experience has been good from it.
I'm Professor John Watson. I've been at the university here for 30 odd years, maybe a bit more, mainly working in laser applications, and the main applications have been holography. Holography is growing in importance for high resolution imaging and the fact that it's three-dimensional. What we do here specifically is design and build holographic cameras which take 3D images of underwater scenes. And what we're really interested in is the microscopic organisms that you get in the water, things like plankton, which you've maybe heard of. So we can take holograms of plankton which are only 2 or 3 millimeters in dimension and less. You can see where the different species are in relation to each other. You can see how they interact with each other. When biologists, marine biologists, have that information, they can tell you predictions as to global warming just by knowing what plankton is doing.
My name is FLORA GROENING. I'm a senior lecturer in anatomy here at the University of Aberdeen. I do a lot of teaching of different kinds of students, primarily medical students and biomedical science students, and mainly teach anatomy to them, and it's a very hands-on style of teaching. I also do research. I'm interested in the musculoskeletal systems, in tendons and ligaments, how they attach to bone, and how bone adapts to mechanical forces it is exposed to. So I'm particularly interested in 3D visualization, and there are different ways of creating 3D models. One way of doing it is to use medical imaging technology like CT scanning or MRI scanning. Those techniques produce 3D data sets, so they are made up of lots of individual slices, and we can combine these slices and create 3D models out of those with specialized software. We also use a technique called photogrammetry, which is actually a quite cheap and simple technique. You take photos of an object and you can use a normal camera, and then you use a clever piece of software will help you to create a 3D model. And the advantage of that technique is that you have the original texture or the color information of the real specimen or object you have digitized.